Hello everyone, this is Joe. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of StarRapture. While nature goes back to normal, let me show you what I've shown in the first episode. This tower is our protective barrier when the sun becomes unpredictable. The way this game works, you unlock new technologies, you need to send items to those cargo launchers. It's a bit like Satisfactory, except you have multiple corporations that you need to satisfy and they require different items at different stages. An example here, I would need to send some wolfram wire so I can unlock the next tier of item for this corporation. We build this nice little base here, everything we can build is inside right now. And the reason why nothing is going on here, this game works in a request system, which means that if we're requesting something that doesn't exist yet, well, the game is not sending anything. If I change it to wolfram bar, look over there, you should see something coming this way. You can see the bars making its way on the rail. For now I'm going to go reset it to the wire because I want to make sure my factory is using the latest material when I can. Aside from this, the game is pretty standard. You have your extractor, your smelter, and these fabricator here that allows you to fabricate some advanced items. In this episode, I'm going to focus mostly on building a base in the Calcium area, and you'll see the challenges that comes with this because there's going to be a lot of monsters. But before this, I'm going to make sure our factory is optimized, and I'll show you anything interesting I find as I'm doing this. I wanted to be sure I maximize my production, so I added one more extractor on top, and this is going to be a smelter here. Very soon I'm going to get the supply depot, which allows us to keep a lot more material in one place, but currently this is all we have. If I look at the status of our research, this is going pretty well. Very soon we'll have the storage depot, as well as the Medzi tool, which not the most useful thing at this point, but when we start fighting, we're not gonna regret it. Alright, let's see what we unlocked with this one. The med tool.
You almost got me.
Another thing in this game, you gotta keep your character alive, which means you gotta make sure you get food and water. So I'm gonna pick up some fruits here so that we're ready when we go for the second base. And let's get this while we're here. And while I was picking up some fruit, I've unlocked the supply depot, so let's go get it. This is gonna make a big difference. We'll be able to do something that's a little bit more elegant in scaling. I'm gonna go set this up, then we'll go make our second base. The supply depot does cost a little bit of power, so we'll need to make sure that we don't run out. We only have 15 available, which means I should probably build a few more of these. I'm guessing at some point we'll get better power generation, but this is what we're stuck with for now. Alright, let's change the patterns that we were using here. I'm going to use the first one to store the titanium bars. In fact, that's going to be a nice way to replace this junction here. I just have to make sure I remember how this was connected here. Okay, it doesn't line up, so I'll have to live with it. Like this. If you click on it, you can pick any item to be requested, but I believe if I connect it, it's going to just restrict it to what's connected. Now it should show the titanium bar on top, as you can see here. The game is pretty smart for these sort of things, I like it. And let's reconnect what I disconnected earlier. And the other direction here. These buildings act as requester, which means that as soon as we set it, the building started sending some titanium bars. And now I'm just going to go around and build one for each type of material that we have. I'll set this one to the beam. And we should have enough bars now to pick up so we can go and unlock the next item we need. Let's unlock the titanium sheet. I'm not going to show every material I'm going to do, but you get the gist of it. It's a matter of making sure you put the supply depot, getting enough items so that I can go unlock more material. For the copper items, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to create a store here instead of connecting it directly. For anything that's copper related, I'm just going to dump a few storage here and I'll connect this line to all my storages and I'll just request it. So that should work. Let's drop a few supply depots. I'm going to put a few rail connectors as some kind of switch. It's not the most efficient pattern, but since it's different, I'm kind of happy to try it. Currently, I don't care about speed as much, especially since I'll be away while I build the other base anyway. Alright, let's see what we have in here. This one will be the wires. This one will be the bars. And then I just had to reconnect everything to this switch here. If you want to see why this is not necessarily a good idea, everything is going really slow here, but that's okay. At some point it's going to fix itself. Alright, it's bugging me that it's going way too slow here, so I'm going to add the depot here. And I'm going to take advantage of the field over there and put an extractor and some more production. It's bugging me a lot, but I might have to go hide first. This is the last thing I haven't spoke about in this video yet. There's a cycle that the planet becomes temperamental, you have to hide a little bit, and everything is gonna go to hell very soon. I do love the view from here.
Core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
But I wouldn't want to be outside.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
When this happens, you stay inside, you wait a little bit. As you can guess, you don't want to go out when it looks like this. When this is done, I'll go outside, I'll fix the production issue, and then we're gonna go build our second base. Alright, I'm gonna go pick up some of that special ore, and then I'll finish building. These things provide a lot of research points, that's why it's important to pick them up. At least at the beginning, I don't know how important it gets later. There's one more here. I'll pick up a few more and then I'll go back to base. Alright, that should be enough. I'll go turn this in. In this case, you go on the analyzing station and you can drop the ignition for 70 points each. And that's a lot of research points that we can use. Let's go check what we unlocked earlier. Ooh, we have the grenade. That's gonna be useful when we build our base because we're gonna get attacked a little bit more than here. For now, I'm just gonna keep my research points. I might want to use it to unlock some more building materials later. Alright, this is not as blocked as earlier because we stopped using the wires, but still, I'm going to add the supply depot here and also put an extractor there to create a bit more bars. And I just need to connect the extractor to the supply depot and we are good to go here. Alright, I finished the setup I wanted to do here. I'm now producing the wolfram plates. It's time to go build the second base. I'm first going to make sure I have enough building material and I'm going to go take a stride over there. In the meantime, I've unlocked the equipment upgrade station as well as the furnace, but I'm not going to talk about these just yet. And before I get distracted with one more scene I haven't shown in the video, let's go build that second base now. I'm going to grab all the food on the way as well. If you wonder if this game is still supported, there's a new update coming soon which will include new material and even gonna make the map bigger. And what's gonna make this base different is that we'll have to deal with the spiders. Well, I call them spiders, but I guess they're some kind of alien. They're coming from all over the place. Pull our gun. I think better to kill them. I want to test my grenade. I want some bigger spiders to come at us. This is where we're gonna put our extractor for the calcium. I was expecting more spiders. Maybe they're around the corner here? I guess not. I'm going to put my base over the water. And the small downside of this base is that I don't think there's any other type of material around here. There's some titanium over there. That's really far. And this looks like the arch we have near our base that has wolfram, but is also a little bit too far. Yeah, there's nothing in the immediate vicinity. I'll see if I can put my tower in the corner there. You can see the large radius where we'll be able to build. I'll put it here. You can see that it goes beyond where the extractors are gonna go. Let's put the basics. We'll need some power. I'm gonna put this away from the bugs. I could build over the water, but I want to preserve a little bit of the nature around here. Let's drop our habitat right here. Make a path to go across. First of all, let's put the extractor. I want to see where I need to get. There's 3 of them. I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to put some platform all around it. This way. Now I just have to connect that to our little base over there. We add a few more platforms around here first. I'll create one of those nice little walkway. And I'll keep surrounding it with platforms here. It could help me in the future. Alright, oops. Well, let's finish the job. This is gonna be much less annoying to walk around. For this base, I'm just gonna make it vertical instead of expanding it horizontal as well. It's gonna make it look a bit different. Yeah, let's go wild. Ah, trees and max, okay. Not as wild as I wanted it to be. Alright, I'm gonna build the basics in here. Can I put it on the same square? Alright, that's nice. Now let's put some windows so we have a view. Maybe not the best view on this side. Much better. In fact, this is the top floor, so this is meant for viewing the apocalypse. There we go. I'm gonna put some of my basics here. And we'll have the building drone soon. Could finish it, but it's coming up. I'm curious to see what this thing is. And now I'll just put the rest of the machines that we unlocked so far. And in the meantime, I've unlocked the drone, and the next thing will be Multirail. Nice. This is probably gonna solve some of the congestion issues I had earlier. And this, I'll go finish building the other machines. Alright, I just put the last building, and we're gonna need some calcium to unlock the calcium block. Let's create our supply depot. Yeah, I want to avoid building over the water. There's no reason, I just don't want to do it. Well, I guess there is a reason. I don't want to get rid of all the hydro bulbs. Put my rail connector here, always useful. I'll put one over here. Let's connect everything together. Now it should be powered, yes. I'm gonna create one more. I'm gonna create one more junction here. And I'm gonna start storing my items here. I know I'm gonna need one for the calcium, one for the block, and there's probably some kind of sheet or powder after that. Yeah, let's put the calcium ore here. Alright, it should start coming over. And there we go.
Come to Mama.
I'm gonna make a platform to go up on this side as well. It's gonna be more convenient. Alright. If you're watching this video and if you want to remember one advice, it's to build platforms like I've done. Otherwise, it's so annoying to go up. Right, I'm gonna build the other extractor like I've done this one, and I'll put some platforms around it as well. I'm surprised there's no spiders coming from here. Okay, let's build another one of those walkway. Alright, I just have to connect the extractor at the bottom and it's good to go. These things produces 1 per second, which means I can send it on the same belt. And this thing goes at the same speed, so this is good, but just have to connect it here. And you know the rule, just to be certain, I'm gonna put a rail connector and connect this right here. Alright, now this is accessible pretty easily. If I wanna go to the base, I can go this way. Well, that was close, which you missed, but that was close. Once this is done, I want to go test the drone that we unlocked to see how we can build with it. And also the spiders are going to respawn, which means we'll have to take care of that once more.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Alright. There's kind of a charm to how it looks even when it's all ashy like that. Alright, let's see how this drone works. If I press B to build, I'm going to pick, let's say, the platform. And if I press C... Oh, nice. This is much better to build. Let's see how far I can go with this. Pretty far. I need to build my cargo launcher area. I'm gonna take advantage of the moment and just do it. You are too far, alright. Let's go closer to build then. 3 of them should be good. Can I duplicate this building too? Yes, I can just press Z and select it. Let's build the rail. I'm gonna move my character first. Ah, this is so much better to align stuff. They're all gonna take the same items, I think. I'm just gonna connect them like that. Alright, we should be good to go. I just have to send them to the Moon Energy Corporation. And I picked up some item already. I'm gonna go finish the research. And then I'll go deal with those spiders when they come. There should be a message to say that we're under attack. Oh, we're still missing a little bit. I mean, the water is not back yet. I doubt the spiders are having fun. I'm gonna continue building over here, and I'm gonna start from these two output. Let's go to the cargo launcher. This is gonna be the calcium blocks. This is built in the smelter. Okay, it's not the nicest area to build. The drone makes it pretty easy to see the limit where we can build, so that's pretty nice also for this. I wanted to build here, so I'm gonna build at an angle. Let's go select the right item. These are produced 1 per second, and we currently have 4 items per second that we could use. I'll want to build more than one, but currently I don't have enough building materials, which means I'll need to go to my other base. Hopefully we don't get attacked while we do that. I don't see our buildings on fire, it's probably a good sign. Let's see if the vermin respond. I hear the skittering, yep. Let's try the grenade. Nice. Sometimes they drop some stuff you can turn in for research points.
Gal?
Oh, let's get out of here.
What's going on?
Alright, the debuff is going away. Can I build all the way here? Yeah, I can. Pretty sure this is gonna attract them, but that's fine. Why can't I get my drone out? Oh, okay, maybe because I was in combat. Alright, let's build some platform then. Okay, now let's see if this works. Yes. Same thing here. Wherever I can connect it, I'll be happy. I'll put my extractor for later. I'll add a few platforms around like I've done for the other ones. Alright, I'm not gonna go around completely for now. I don't need to go on that side. Ooh, there's another extractor over there. Alright, and I'll do one more so I can go up. I don't like it, but I think I'll just do stairs here. Alright. It's not equal. That's fine, I can jump. Ooh, what are these yellow lights there? Dead body.
I can use that.
War bonds.
Looks good.
Ooh, some of the purple plants. Or purplants. Someone ran out of originality when they were creating the names for this. At some point I'm gonna pave all over this, I'll get tired of it. Not yet. Okay, let's see what we unlock first before we change the recipe. The map! Let's see how it looks. I'm gonna press M. Oh, this is nice. You can see all the point of interest on the map. I'm gonna go set my next production chain, and then I'm gonna go look at that geoscanner and see how much it's gonna reveal of the map. Let's first set up our cargo launcher. Next we need calcite sheets. How do we unlock that? Because I can make the block now, but not the sheet. Well, maybe it's by default in the fabricator. Oh, it is, okay. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my extractors and bring all the calcium to the storage area. I'm really just going to double up the lines, and I'll make sure to connect the extractors to it. I'm gonna get triple rails at some point, but I don't have it yet, so I prefer to make sure that everything is functional. It's kind of an elegant, simple design until we get the extra rails though. Alright, my drone doesn't want to go further. I want to connect this one on the side, and this one in the middle. Now that we have all the calcium in our depot, we need to do the blocks. These ones are 1 per second each, which means I need 4 of them. And let's just connect everything together. Things are moving, this is good. Alright, let's go on foot and change the configuration of these things. Calcium block, and just have to repeat this for all of, and I just have to repeat this for all of them. These 4 of them creates 1 per second each, so I need 2 bell to go back to this one there. Alright, I'll need to build a monstrosity for this. I'm gonna thank the game to be smart, but it's just me doing weird stuff now. And if I finish this last connection, things should start moving. There we go. Everything is coming out. I did something right. I just don't know I'm gonna get out any material from this area though. Alright, how low can I go? Yes. I'm not connected there, but I really need the calcium sheet, not the blocks. I'm gonna set the last depot to calcium sheet, and I'm going to connect this line all the way to my cargo launchers. Where am I gonna go with this? Maybe down there? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright, that's not too bad. I'll go around and I'll come back the other way. Alright, I'll put the fabricator here. Alright, let's build the calcite sheet. This is also a 1 per second building, so I'm going to add a second one as well. There we go, and for this I just have to send it back in here. And after a lot of twists and turns, here I am. Alright, that seems good. If I look here, the sheet should soon arrive. And they should soon leave and go for research. Nice. Alright. It's not the prettiest thing I've ever built, but you don't always need to build the most efficient and best looking thing. Now since I'm getting 2 per second, this seems very slow, so I'm just going to duplicate this. I just have to configure it and we're done with this. Alright, we've unlocked something called the lens station. Let's see what this does. Let's put that here. As we level up, we're gonna unlock some slots and we'll be able to put some enhancements in it. If I go a little bit further in the future and I have an extra slot opened, I can take my lesser infiltrator lamp and put that in that slot that we just unlocked. And if you want to know how you unlock these, if you look at the corporate terminal, you'll see we're gonna unlock a bunch of new enhancements. While this is going on, I'm gonna go grab some food.
Come to mama.
And I'll go grab the tower so we can have the map explored a little bit more. Alright, let's press the reboot button.
Geoscanner initialized.
Okay, I didn't think something would happen. I thought we would just get the map. Oh no. I didn't think it just came out of everywhere like that. Okay, maybe we're done. Yeah, the crazy music stops, so we must be good now. I'm wondering if I have to do something. This building is pretty blue. Alright, this is still working apparently, so we might be good. But, oh no, they're attacking the tower.
Reloading.
And they keep appearing, no.
I'm getting better and better.
Nice. Now let's look at our map. Okay, it's gonna give us some stuff to explore. Alright, so while our research is being done, I want to go look at some of these points on the map. Well, this one's very curious with unknown locations, so let's go look at that. And we already made some stairs to get there, which is good. Alright, this is beyond where our stairs will lead us. Oh, what is this? Underground cave. Well, this is indeed the location. It doesn't seem we can just burst through it with our laser. There is definitely something down there. I'm going to look around a little bit in case I find an entrance for this cave. It does look a little suspicious.
Come to
I'll try
mama.
to get my grenade back. Kill a few
Good stuff.
spiders and see if I can open it. Or maybe the entrance is just on this cliff here. I've looked around a little bit and I can't find an entrance to that cave. Maybe here? No, I think I walked there earlier. Maybe it's just research we have to get? Alright, well I'm not gonna try too much now, but when I have my grenade I'll go try to toss it on it later. I'm gonna try one more direction, maybe here. There's another unknown location. That looks suspicious.
What is that?
A
Yeah.
monolith.
Thanks, gal. Now it all makes sense.
Oh, there's a lot of radiation. I probably cannot come here yet. Doesn't seem like we can get anything from it. Ooh, some spiders around. Maybe I can get my grenade back. These are much harder to kill than the other one. Alright, let's go collect some items. Oh, no, we're still getting shot at. Alright, now I think we're done. Couple items so we can get some research points. Well, at least I can get some of these prickler fruits.
Good stuff.
Oh, there's a drone over there. Okay, just some more research points. Another biome over there. A little curious, I'll go see and then I'll go back. That was not gracious. Don't know how long I have before the next storm. It's getting a little orangish. Maybe I just go peek above this ledge and... Ooh, another map thing. Yeah, I have to go back. Just a quick look. Ooh, this map is bigger than I thought. I don't know why I was expecting it to be small, but that's gonna require some exploration. Alright, let's go back before this planet blows up. Beeline to the base. Well, the good thing is that if we have any spiders attacking us, the problem will solve itself in a few seconds. Let's see what we need to unlock the next research for this corporation. Some kind of little engine. Let me go check what I need to unlock this. I need a rotor blueprint. Huh.
Bravo! Shipment delivered to Clever Robotics.
Okay, I'm kind of curious, is it some kind of research we get from one of these? Ooh, defense turret. Nice. I don't see any upgrade, which means the blueprint must be somewhere around the map. Okay, that changes things a little bit. So you can max out what you can unlock, and then you do have to explore the map. You can have no choice. Okay, I don't mind that. I have a lot of materials. I'm gonna unlock some of the recipes here, the powder and the ceramic. Alright, I recharged my grenade. Let's go see if we can open that pit there. It doesn't say it's good for this, but let's try it. It's not how you open these. Alright, well at least I know. Alright, there's one last thing I want to do before I stop this video. I'm going to do a little bit of refactoring with what we just unlocked. Multirail and a rail modulator that makes you go from 1 to 3. Let's see how that looks. Immediately gonna make that my favorite. Can I just replace a rail with this? I don't think so. I have to redo it. Okay. Well, here's the perfect use for this. I need just enough throughput to send that into one triple rail rather than 2 separate ones. I'm gonna dismantle these rails and I'll connect it to the triple one we just put. Here I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's create the new support. I wish it was a multi-connect, but that's okay. I'm gonna do the same thing to the next one over here. And I just need to reconnect the supply depot and we're good to go. Alright, I can probably make this monstrosity much better after. I'm gonna trigger it, so I'm gonna take some of this calcium and throw it on the ground. I'm curious to see how it looks when it merges. Come on, get here before it's full. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, nice. Alright. That's gonna solve a lot of problems in our other base. I can do the research with calcium powder. It's not as good as wolfram, but almost the same thing. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Alright, let's do that here then. It's gonna make this place useful until I need to come back. Alright, what do I need for this? I think it's just calcium block. Yeah. Alright, before I do the powder, I'm gonna refactor this for the triple rail. Yeah, something like that. This is gonna take so much less space after. Alright, and that's how it looks. As last thing for this video, I'm gonna build a calcium powder so that I can do my research. I'm gonna add a triple connector here just so that I can distribute a bit more the material. Let's put the furnace down, and also we'll need a new storage area. I'll put it lower. The powder are requiring the calcium blocks. This is produced 1 per second. I'm gonna add one more. It's gonna be much easier to distribute with our new triple rail. I'm gonna set this up to the powder. Maybe I can put the storage here. Let's connect it to the cargo launcher. Let's create some rails here. And after this is connected, I think everything... Alright. And I just need to go set this up for the calcium powder and it should be good to go. Let's see if they're all working. Yes, alright. Alright, I think it's a good place to stop this video. At the beginning of the episode, we did some optimization in that other base, which doesn't seem very impressive now that we have the triple rail. We've made this nice little factory to produce everything that requires calcium. I'm really enjoying the series, so I think the next episode I'm going to focus on building specific bases for wolfram and titanium. There seem to be a lot of minerals there. And as well as seeing how we can connect our different bases, or at the very least, just optimize how we can produce it, make it easier to carry stuff between our two bases. If you are enjoying the series, consider hitting the like button or leave a comment. As usual, thanks everyone, and have a great day.